Okay, enough of that. We're late. The reason why I'm late, I have to say, and it's entirely my fault. I own this completely. As I was chatting to that way, him, Mikey, Moderator Mikey, today with 100% more moderator. So, Mikey, Bearded Veteran Creates, has very, very kindly offered to help run this chaotic thing that we call a live stream. How you doing, Mikey? You all right, mate?
Yeah, not bad, you?
Yeah, not bad at all. Always love to come onto a live stream, frankly. I've done a lot with you. I keep doing that. It's that way. Remember, we do a live stream on Mondays at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, where we just chatter about all sorts of things and make models and stuff. Bearded Veterans Creates channel. Make sure you watch it. Make sure you subscribe to it as well. Okay, make sure you do that. So, anything wonderful going on here? There's lots of the usual people here. Joe is wondering. Oh, yeah, Damien. Yes. Tamiya, aerosol spray paints now banned in Canada. I was just trying to read about this. Apparently, the Canadian government doesn't like what's in them, so they're stopping the import of them. What dealers have now is what they've got, and that's the end of that. And for some reason, it's gone. It's gone. What do you reckon, Mikey? That's a bit weird, isn't
it? Yeah, it's Canada though.
You know, the sort of things you're allowed to import and use.
I can't help wondering if
it's a lot more toxic than Tamiya spray paints in Canada.
I can't help wondering if it's to do with the country of origin.
Possibly so, actually. Yeah, possibly so. Possibly so. Oh yeah. Oh, have you seen what Nick Johnson's put up here, mate?
Whereabouts, buddy?
Should I put it up? There we go. Look at this. Look at this. 10 quid. Oh my goodness. He's raising the stakes today, I tell you what. Not only is he gunning for a victory, he's not managed to fool everyone so far with his conundrums, but you know, he's raising it up and making it personal, bud. It's getting down and dirty here on Gary's stuff. I tell you what, I'm not sure I'm ready for this.
Given that I can currently see the conundrum, I think he's in with a chance tonight.
I think so as well. You know, we'll probably launch it in about 10 minutes or so, about 15:15, something like that. Once we catch up with everyone who's here. Anyway, welcome everyone. It's brilliant to see you all. There's 71 of you already on the stream, which is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Hope you're. Oh, got to say hi to this guy because I was at school with him. Mike, really good to see you, mate. Love to the family. So glad you could join in, mate. Absolutely brilliant. Andy, you're a terrible man, and that's really funny. Actually, I've got some. Yeah, I have. So all my Canadian friends. Oh dear, that's rough. Yes, Kev, there'll be people there with their trench coats on. And they open up trench coats and there'll be like this range of Tamiya spray paints. Absolutely incredible, absolutely amazing, mate. I don't know why they're doing it. I really don't understand it. It's not like, Tamiya probably have really carefully worked out the propellant so it's as least polluting as possible. And then you got the paint, and a lot of people they spray paints. They probably got spray booths as well. So, well,
I can't help wondering if it's to do with the country of origin.
Yeah. Absolutely, totally. I really do believe so. Really do. Very strange. Hey ho. There's all sorts of people. Matt in Sweden. Oh, of course, Jim is here from Chicago. Big man, Jim. Yay. And then Nick, do you know what, Jim? Nick sends me these things, these pink packages. I'm not going to show you the other side just yet. But he sends me these pink packages, and I open them. I don't open them. I open the wrapper, as it were, and look at them, and I think, nah, no one's going to guess that. No one's going to guess that. But so far, you guys still lead Nick by 2 points. So if Nick's conundrum needs 2 extra clues, it's going to be game out. It's going to be tied. It's going to be tied. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to it a lot. I promise you, absolutely no idea what's in this pack that's got all the writing on the other side. And I wouldn't do it because I enjoy the fun of it, but I enjoy the fun that when Nick was sending me mystery boxes, it was down on me. You know, I'd open up a mystery box and there'd be all this stuff and there'd be packages. I'd be like, what on earth is this? But now I don't have to worry about it. It's down to you guys to worry about it. Job done. Fantastic. And I still get to get the kit. Remember, the trick with these is you have to guess what it is, who makes it, and what scale it is. If you're the first person to get all 3 things right, you will win a mystery box of your own from Nick. Now, the thing is also Nick will get in. I'll put you guys in touch, but Nick will make sure that what he sends you is consistent with what you want to do, where you are. Like if you're an absolute beginner modeler, he'll send you something that you can build and enjoy it. If you're a bit more of a competent modeler, let's say, or you know, more enthusiastic modeler, he'll send you something at your level. But then it also makes sure, like if you only build airplanes, he'll send you an airplane. If you only build vehicles or you've got particular interest in vehicles, that's what he sends you. Mikey, you won. I think one of the first ones we did, didn't we?
I won the first one.
Yeah, absolutely. And you are into World War I vehicles in a big way. Yes. So what did Uncle Nick send you?
He sent me the ICM US Expeditionary Forces set with the 2 trucks, the ambulance, and the 5 soldiers.
So basically, a load of World War I vehicles.
Yes.
The man is brilliant. The man is a properly good lad. Trust me. And we spent a lot of Telford last year together. He's a properly nice guy. But he will send you whatever suits your way of modeling. He'll send something and you won't expect what it is. You won't know what it is. It'll turn up and you go, oh, wow, that's pretty cool, Nick. Thanks, mate. So that's the prize for guessing Nick's conundrum later on today. Ready. What else is going on here? What do you reckon, mate? What looks interesting?
Let's have a look at that one. Because that one popped up.
Oh, Paul. Good man.
You're more than welcome.
One bearded vet to another. There's a few of us around, mate. There's a few of us around, Paul.
Yeah.
You're doing well, mate. I see you on Facebook and stuff like that. Good lad. Good lad.
More than welcome.
Everyone's welcome here, mate, aren't they? Oh, Julian, how you doing, man? Evening all. Batters YouTube for not bothering to do its only job. Yeah, I remember. I'm really into my golf, and I remember once. I think it's the Open. There's a brilliant Welsh golfer, short lad, and he was doing really, really well. And he went out on the course, and his caddy had left 1 extra club in his kit bag. So you're allowed 14 clubs. He'd added another one, and that disqualified him like for the first 1 or 2 holes. And all he said was, you had one job, and that was to make sure I didn't have more than 14 clubs. A total meltdown on TV. Absolutely amazing. So yeah, YouTube, only job it had was to remind Julian to come and check in the live stream. Julian, you're welcome anyway, mate. I should point out, Julian and another guy, Andy, are now admins to the Gary's Friends Stuff Facebook group. Now, the reason why I've added them as admins is they're very keen to do another group build, and fairly soon. And much as I like them, I am so rubbish at organizing group builds, and I really do not have a spare second to do it. So Julian and Andy have very, very kindly stepped up. So if you're interested in doing that, go along to Facebook, go to Gary's Friends Stuff, join in, and they will be organising something fairly soon, I'm sure. But it's a nice place to hang out. There's about 650 or so fellow model makers there. But what I do like is it's a very inclusive place. It's on some groups you see on Facebook, and I'm not going to name them because that would be wrong. But there are some places on Facebook, you go there, you share a picture, and then a couple of guys are, yeah, that's grand, whatever. And then you get that, oh, that's not done properly. This isn't done properly. And that's so far, touch wood and all that. I've never seen that on Gary's Friends Stuff. So far, everyone has been very supportive. And if they think they can help you out, if you want help and you think, do you know what, I've done this and I'm pretty happy with it, but I wish I could do this, then there's a lot of people who will say, great, what you've done is lovely, and this is how I found I could make it better. It's never, oh, you should do this, you should do that. I won't put up with that. It's a very supportive place, a very welcoming place. And if you want advice, it will be given in a really, really good way and really supportive way. And I'm so proud of that. I'm so happy with that. So check it out on Facebook, Gary's Friends Stuff, if you're not yet a member. And you'll be welcomed by the community. It's absolutely brilliant.
On that note.
Oh, Simon. Hi, Simon. Simon. Yeah, Simon. Matchbox Challenge Simon is in. Yes, to me a spray can photos on there just to wind up the Canadians. I would wholeheartedly agree about doing that, except I do have family in Canada. So I'm kind of quite well disposed towards the Canadians. But yeah, absolutely, that's going to happen. That is so going to happen. As I say, here we are. It's like, showing people foie gras in a country where it's banned or something. It's like, ooh, look what we can still have. Quite crazy. Damien, oh, dude. You're cycling. You should talk with Jim Outgott from Chicago. He's a big cyclist as well. But yeah, you're welcome. If you're going to stay for an hour, that's grand. That's grand. Jim, and speaking of Jim, what's my drinking tonight, Gary? Okay. Guinness. But Guinness 0. No alcohol in it. And it tastes really, really nice, actually. So cheers to you. Actually tastes like Guinness, but very slightly sweeter. And it's very acceptable. We're cutting out the alcohol for a bit. Maybe overdid it a little on holiday, but thinking up to Christmas, give the old liver a rest, and hopefully lose a few pounds as well. So, but really nice. Guinness 0, really, really good. Really enjoying that.
Do you want me to go through every comment or just random ones?
Just ones that, yeah. If it's like hello him, hello her, don't need to worry about that. But if anything's like that piques your interest, Mikey, my friend. Joe, the new tool F-35. I guess you're talking about the Revell one. It's kind of interesting actually because when I did the video, a lot of people said, "Oh yeah, Revell, just joining the chat. It's just joining in with the F-35." The F-35 is going to be like the international seller there is, like F-16s. It's going to be everywhere. Everyone's going to be flying them. So, of course, you're going to be building an F-35. I think what Revell are trying to do is elevate theirs above other offers by saying, okay, we're including a pilot figure, we're including the crew ladder, we're including the little things that they put on the Lunenburg lenses that make it visible to radar. until I heard about that, I hadn't thought that if you're whizzing around in an F-35 as a stealth plane, you're not going to appear on air traffic radar. That's the entire point of stealth. So for safety reasons, in peacetime, you would want to be seen. So they have these things called Lüneburg lenses dotted around the plane to make you visible. They've included those as an option in the kit, which I think is very smart. They've also included the drag chute housing that a few European countries are adding because their runways are that little bit shorter. Again, which is good. So I think everyone's making F-35, yes. I think Revell, for once, are actually working very hard to make theirs that little bit extra. The options are more. I mean, I noticed the pilot is quite widespread, which is quite cool because, from what I understand on the F-35, you know, it's a bit narrow around the hips, but there's lots of gubbins on either side. So the stick and the throttle are quite widely spread, and the pilot is as well. I think they're going to do well with it. It is grey though. I think a lot of people think it is grey, but you know what? That's the way modern military aviation is. It's grey in various tones, but it's still grey.
Could I answer that one?
Yeah, please do.
If you get the Meng FT17 kit, you can actually get a conversion kit for it from FC Model Trend for £9.87, which converts the Meng one into the Russian one.
Now you see, this is why when Mikey said, "Do you fancy me helping you out as being a moderator?" I thought, absolutely. Mikey knows his stuff. Trust me, Andy. Mikey knows his stuff. Thanks, mate. That's really cool. Really cool.
Let's see, where should we go?
Kev, that's a very, very... You're obviously an ICM customer because, frankly, that's how you make an ICM kit. Ding. Cossack too. Yeah. Competent is a relative phrase. Competent is a relative phrase. Jim, local jazz station. Hey, what was it on the Fosha? Nice. I like a bit of jazz actually. When is it? Not next year. Year after, I'll be going. My dear wife and I, will be going on a little trip. We're going to end up in New Orleans.
Ooh.
So I'm going to be listening to some proper jazz, hopefully, on that.
I like blues as well.
Oh, yeah.
Especially dark blues.
Oh, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah, I woke up this morning and my wife had killed the dog. Don't cut it. Proper dark.
Yeah.
Dark 12-bar blues is the place. It really is. David, any advice on how to best airbrush white? First advice would be to use a white primer. It sounds obvious, but yeah, use a white primer first. I don't know whether you want a gloss or a matte or a semi-gloss finish, but use a white primer is the best way, and then put your white on top, and it works. Now, it depends also what you're trying to, what kind of kit you're doing. So if you're doing, say, a V bomber that is properly all over white, apart from the panel lines, then prime it in white, paint it in white, varnish it, job done. But a lot of things that appear to be white, for example, the Halifax I'm starting to build at the moment, which was in Coastal Command colors, so there was white and then the extra dark sea grey and dark slate camouflage on top, but the white body was rarely that white. So you'll start off with white, but if you maybe put a bit of black inside the panels, you've got the panel lines, so you spray along the panel lines, pre-shade them, but also in the black bit as well. because these things were rarely pristine white. Very, very few things outside of maybe NASA are pristine white. They've always got a bit of weathering. They've always got a bit of texture. So a white primer coat, I would say maybe a grey, a sort of mid-tone grey or even black pre-shade with a little bit of mottling in the middle of the panels, and then your white coat on top, just to give it a bit of texture, just to give it a bit of something. And then if it's something like a Coaster Mark command plane, then along the panel lines, add a little bit of, well, you could use oils, you know, black, sort of burnt sienna oil color, and spread that out to look a bit rusty. But if it's going to be pristine, yeah, just like a grey panel line chaser to pull it out. And that'll do you. That'll do you. Oh, Simon, thankfully, no, we don't have keyboard warriors in the Facebook group, and I'm really grateful to you guys for keeping it sensible and keeping it safe and keeping it a good, welcoming place, especially for newbies to the kit. Ian Woosnam, that was him. Julian, thank you so much. It was indeed Ian Woosnam whose caddy gave him 15 clubs at the Open Championship and basically ruined his last round and ruined his chance of winning the Open. Thank you, Julian. I knew Julian is like the Wikipedia of this community. Do you think so? He knows these answers straight away. It's brilliant.
He's very quick-witted as well.
Oh yeah, pretty sharp. Pretty sharp. Paul, how you doing, mate? Oh, cool. Oh, so what you lost them or broken the replacement clear plastic parts for your 148th from Revell. Excellent. I've found Revell very good at replacement parts, to be fair to them. I have a 1/32 Tornado to bake, but the guy who gave it to me said, only thing is the clear parts are missing, the canopy's missing. So I got in touch with Revell before Luke, who used to be at Airfix, who is now at Revell, before he joined Revell. So before I knew anyone there, I got in touch with him and said, have you got this canopy part for this kit number? And they said, no, we haven't. However, we think the clear parts for this kit number, which is the later release of the Tornado, will fit it. And we had one in the showroom, so I've gone down and nicked the clear parts for it, and I've sent them to you. And sure enough, next day, canopy and windscreen and all that arrived. So yeah, Revell have got a really good customer service for replacement parts as far as I'm concerned. I hope you guys are finding the same thing. Oh, Nick. Oh, hi, Nick. How you doing, mate? Guinness syrup currently chilling in it. Yeah, I've got 3 more in the fridge. No, yes. See, when you have alcoholic things, having 3 more in the fridge sounds really macho and butch and like really, I've got 3 more. But it's no alcohol, and it's a really, really nicely favoured fizzy drink. But Harvey's Tom Payne. Never heard of it, mate. Never heard of it. Sounds like a Harvey's make sherry, don't they? Harvey's Bristol Cream. Tell me more about it. I know not of this drink of which you speak. Oh, Julian. Okay. Yep. Facebook. Yeah. Combat garden gnomes. Oh my goodness. With Jimpies and flamethrower. That sounds like a whole YouTube channel on its own, doesn't it? Pimp My Gnome. Absolutely amazing. Crazy. Oh, Simon's a big fan of the Cranbourne Poacher. That's a very nice ale, I have to say. Well, yeah, absolutely, mate. Yeah, I've got friends who do driving and various things from buses to trains, and they're not allowed to drink the night before. Even pilots aren't allowed to, apparently. Well, yeah, get off my land, as much as a garden gnome with a claymore mine. Yeah, absolutely right, Julian. Absolutely right, my friend. Where are the Tamiya cats? They're made. That's actually quite... As if I happen to have one. Made in Japan. Made in Japan, it says.
They're not as friendly with Japan as they are with the certain other Asian country, though, are they?
Absolutely. And it does say warning extremely flammable liquid and vapors, which should be a bit of a giveaway that maybe what's in there isn't good. Oh, it can contain 2 brackets 2' hydroxy 3' 5' dipentaphenyl benzotriazole. Well, that's probably what's done it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure then none of them are good for you.
They can't spell it. Oh, goodness me.
It's not got an A at the end of it.
No, I'm scared of using this, frankly. Jeez. Oh, if the name of the chemical's more than like 10 or 11 letters, I'm thinking that's bad news. Jeez. Hey ho. Jim, yeah. Well, the F-35 is kind of like it's one of these. It's going to be this universal thing. Is it like F-16s? It's going to be absolutely everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. And they're not going to make an F-35B from this molding apparently because there's too many differences with the vectored thrusting and the forward nozzle with the fan and all that. It's basically going to be a complete new kit, just like with Airfix and the Gannet. They're not going to do an airborne early warning Gannet because the fuselage is too different. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll see what happens. Mike. Now, I've known Mike Redwood since 1977, 78. And now I don't like him. I have gone off him enormously. Aberfeldy 15-year-old malt in a Semillon wine cask. I'm sure it's very nice, Mike. Sure, it's very nice. You, of all people, should be encouraging low alcohol consumption. Keep the bottom of the bottle, because next time I'm coming up that way, my friend, you owe me a glass of that. That's all I'm saying. But well done, you. Jacob. Okay. Yeah, pink package. Oh, excellent. Tornado. Fantastic. Well done, Jacob. Guessed the Lost Timeouts mystery kit, which the Martin Baker Tank Buster. There you go, Martin Baker Tank Buster, which I've actually started cleaning up because I was going to make that. In the background, you won't see too much of it, but I am going to make that because I think it's a really cool kit.
It's
8:30. What do you reckon, Mikey? Should we let them in on the new Conundrum?
Yeah,
I think so too. Okay, guys, here it is. Halla, hella, hilla, holla, hulla. I don't know which. So, down to you guys. What is it? What's the scale? And who makes it? I am lost for words. Honestly, lost for words. You can't guess, Mikey, because you've already won one.
Yeah. Plus, I'm modding, so it wouldn't be fair.
I know. So, send your guesses in. Halla, hella, hilla, holla, hulla. I don't know which. Well, neither do I. Oh. I need, even though it's no alcohol, I need a drink.
I think that one needs your attention.
Oh, totally. Richard. Lost my mojo with building models and have a few left to finish before moving on to your lanky. What do you guys do to get your mojo back? Okay, what I do when I'm feeling a little bit jaded is I look through the old stash here for something that's just going to make me happy. Do you know what? I think we forget quite often that this is a hobby and we're supposed to enjoy it. And we get a bit tied up with trying to make it as good as this or trying to make it. I do. I'm not saying you got, I do it all the time. I'm thinking I'm not enjoying this because it's not as good as I've seen someone else do things. And that is nonsense. So, what you need to do is find yourself something you really want to make, a subject you really want to make, and something simple that you're going to be able to make quickly, well, relatively quickly, obviously, but you're going to have fun doing it. And the fun is the thing. Remember to get the fun back into it, because model making is supposed to be fun. I'll probably be thrown off of YouTube for saying something as heretical as that, but model making is supposed to be fun. So something you enjoy doing. Me, egg kits, egg planes, egg ships, egg tanks. They make me smile because they're bizarre, they're funny, they're ludicrous, they're caricatures. They're supposed to, by their very natures, be fun, and I enjoy making them. So I'll put together something that don't take long, go look at it and think, that's better. Now, about that Spitfire, about that F-35, about that Lancaster, whatever it is, it just loosens up people get so tied up and so anxious and so crazed about, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. All you've got to do is make something you're happy with. Okay, I don't care what color you paint it, what markings you put on it. If you're happy, if you are happy with it, that is job done. Because you know what, 99.9999% of this hobby is not a competition. There are people, weird people, this year including me, who might enter a model into a competition and expose themselves to the judging and all that business. But, you know, if it's something you believe in, then that's great. But most of all, the vast majority of the time, people are building this because they want to, and it's because it's fun. Never lose sight of the fact this hobby is for fun. So if you want to build an egg kit of something and paint it in the most bizarre colors with hearts or whatever, the NHS Hawk was a brilliant example from Airfix. You could build that and put the hearts wherever you like. You could do what you wanted with it because it never existed. It could be fun. And so many people I've talked to have found things that they found fun to build again. Build it something for you. Build something for enjoyment and fun. Even if you don't finish it and paint it, but you think, do you know what? I enjoyed making that, and put it on a shelf and then paint it another day. That's good enough. You don't have to please anyone but yourself. Never lose sight of that. So just build something for yourself, something fun, something you enjoy, and you'll get that mojo back and think, okay, I've got this now to build. Let's get on. And also, don't be afraid to ask for advice. Go on to Gary's Friends stuff, the Facebook group that I host. There's so many really, really helpful people on there. If you say, I'm building this Lancaster, I don't know, or I don't know how to fit this part, or I don't know how to do that, someone there will be helpful and in a nice way as well. Won't be judgmental. They're there to help. It's a hobby. Enjoy it. It's a hobby. Do something you enjoy, my friend. Mikey, what do you reckon?
Yeah. I mean, one of my favourite kits to build to relax is Dapol train kits.
There you go.
You can get them for between £10 and £15. And do one on my channel at the minute, and all three of us have built it within 6 hours. So now we can just focus on painting and doing diorama for it and things.
Yeah, absolutely. And they'll look fantastic. The detail on the kit looks really nice.
And there's plenty
with a basic paint job, it looks like you can get a really nice result that you can put on that That's grand. That's great.
Yeah. Well, there's different types as well. So, I mean, there isn't a massive range because they're really old molds, but they're really clear. There's very little flash on them. But you got diesel shunter. You got about 5 or 6 different steam locomotives. You got a few of the railway wagons, like the fuel tanker and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just get a length of 33 centimeter track from Hornby for £3.50, and you can just create your own little trains and do what you want on them, just as them as static models.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. But just, Richard, just do what makes you happy. And if no one else sees it, you've seen it and you're happy building it, job done. And you'll get your mojo back. I promise you, you'll get the enthusiasm back.
I think one of the best things you can remember as well is it's okay to take a couple of days away from it.
Totally. Absolutely right. Absolutely right.
We got some guesses in.
We have. Well noticed, yeah. Paul Wiltshire, 172nd Matchbox Jet Provost. Okay, interesting. Hiller, see what it did there. 172nd Hiller Raven from LF Models. The Comanche. Oh, that was an interesting thing. Italeri, 172nd. That's the thing that had a propeller at the back. So to give extra speed or something. Really weird helicopter, that. Really weird. Chris. Oh, hi, Chris. LF Models Hiller Raven in 172nd as well. Fairchild 227D Hiller. Far South Models in 172nd from Guido. Okay. Andy, you look for a simple build. Absolutely. Relieve my frustration with tiny tracks from Simple Links with Landwasserschlepper with one-piece running gear. Oh my good God. 172nd scale and links in a track. Just is like that's like a nightmare to me. That just that phrase. It's like, nah.
Have you seen the size of the Landwasserschlepper though?
Yeah, but it's like teeny tiny, right? Simple links. Simple. Is that right? Yeah. And he's come back with AMP Hiller YH32 in 148th. I think 148th might be overegging the size. Actually, you can see the other side now. It's okay. You can see how big it is. It's about 20-ish centimeters long and about 12, 13 or so centimeters high. So I'm not sure. Richard, hi, Richard. Hiller XH44 by Unicraft, 172nd scale. Okay. Last one was by Unicraft, so yeah, it's a possibility. But Nick's not jumped in on that, unfortunately.
If I don't pull up your comment, it's just because I'm trying to get through the guests primarily.
Absolutely. I think the guesses, to be fair, I think the guesses are more important right at the moment. Although comments are fun, quite always like the sort of light relief between the serious business of guessing these. I think you're right, Mikey. YH32 Hornet 172nd from Unicraft Models. You know, it's coming up with a lot of things I've never ever heard of, mate. Really. Guessing it's armor. Oh, Julian. Hull. See what you did there, mate. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, Michael, how you doing, mate? Special Hobby 172nd Hiller UH12. Hillers are basically helicopters, aren't they? Helicopter model, possible. UH12A Raven from LF Models, 172nd scale from Stuart. How you doing, Stuart? Good to see you, mate. Hiller VZ1 Pawnee. Wow. Leslie, how you doing, mate? Good to see you here. YROE1 Hiller Rotocycle. Rotocycle?
Sounds interesting.
Yeah. Ben, how you doing, mate? A Unicraft 172nd Hiller X44. Okay. UH4 commuter. Unicraft models 1/72nd scale.
There's an interesting one here.
Chris, very good point. You know, it's this thing of that the Americans have HUs and Ys and X's and God knows what else. After the designation system is just incredible. I'm sure there's a logic to it in the Pentagon, but yeah, you're right. Just keep adding a vowel either or before or after the H. And you'll
I think what he's referring to is the clue, Gary. If you look,
yeah,
IOU.
Well, yeah. Oh, Chris, it will be definitely deliberate. I promise you, it's deliberate. Aurora Hiller X12. Okay. Oh my goodness me! Here we go. Heroes Models V100 Commander Armored Car Vietnam 144th Catch 22 because of Joseph. It's Joseph Heller, but yeah. Okay. Interesting idea, Paul. Joe, oh, you always have to get up at a stupid o'clock, and I feel really sorry for you, mate. Really, really good to see you. Do have a good sleep. Safe day tomorrow. We'll catch up soon, yeah? Good to see you, Joe. Ben Aurora 148th Hiller Hornet. That sounds like a motorbike to you. The Hiller Hornet. Yes, I used to ride a Hiller Hornet.
Do you know what it reminds me of? The character out of Cars.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Paul, 1/72nd scale Sea King from Hiller. That's a bit small for 1/72nd Sea King, I think, mate. But yeah, thank you for guessing. Hiller X18 Aurora 1/72nd. I've never heard of some of this stuff. Really never heard of it. A Messerschmitt BF 110 C2 or C7 Revell in 1/32nd. Julian, mate, 1/30. You couldn't get the undercarriage in this 1/32nd. Came up after 3 vowels at scale, mates. Good try, mate. Good try, Julian. I'm glad you're joining in with the spirit of it at least there. Duke, hey. Oh, mate, hey. Have to go. Yes, absolutely. Duke, so glad you could join in. I know it's properly late for you. So thank you very, very much for coming on screen. Darren, Hell at 1/72nd scale, Hurricane Night Fighter. Okay.
That's the end of the comments so far.
Okay.
Yeah.
Holler. What do you reckon? Like 1/18th scale town crier or something like that? What do you reckon?
Could be.
Right. Holler, town crier. See what I did there?
Yeah.
Yeah. My hit rate is as good as that. I promise you. It is terrible.
It could be a complete red herring and he's gone for something to do with space or something.
It could be. Or a kit by Hele.
Yeah.
Oh. Andrew, AB models Bohemia B5 1/72nd. Okay. No idea. Hele, let's see. Hele, Echelle 135 Environment de Combat Accessory Divers. So, combat environment, various accessories in 1/35th. Okay. Ben, LF models 1/72nd scale Raven, UH-23. Now, that's a helicopter. UH-23, I know is a helicopter.
Sounds like a helicopter.
Yeah. Leslie, a Gecko, Canadian Ram Kangaroo, production Huller tank, but it's 1/35th, so box is too small. I think you probably answered your own question there, mate. You're right. I think this is way too small for a 1/35th. Stuart, FA18 Hornet from Lindbergh in 172nd. Again, I think it's a pretty small box for a 172nd Hornet, but thank you for guessing. Thank you for guessing. Colin, I've never heard of half these guesses. Mate, I've never heard of like 90% of these guesses, so you're in good company there. Absolutely good company. Hele, yeah. See, Jim's now joining in with the spirit of it. Hele 1/20th scale house guards figure. I suppose like household guard, cavalry type figure. Yeah, that would actually be pretty cool, don't you think?
Yeah.
House guards, standing house guards figure.
1/16 would fit in that.
Yeah.
Because the Rommel's
1/20 definitely would.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool. Simon Hiller VZ1 Pawnee, 172nd by Aircraft in Miniature Limited. Okay. Dan, apart from Airfix Halifax, what would you love Airfix? What? Yeah, I've been telling you about Halifax like endlessly. What would you like them to bring back? I would love them to bring back the TSR2 because the anniversary of the first flight of the TSR2 is already gone. And Dale told me they were going to celebrate it in some way, but not the way I wanted to. The way I wanted to being celebrate it at all, obviously, because I haven't even bothered recognizing it. I'd love them to bring back a TSR2, but most of all, I'd like them to maybe expand on the 124th Spitfire to make it to add a Griffin engine and contra-rotating props and make the Seafire FR47 in 124th. I would love them to do that, but they're not going to. Just saying.
I was looking on the Airfix website before, and it says at the bottom that they're bringing back the Vintage Classics 172 Hamden.
Yes, they are. I've got one on order. Absolutely.
Like a nice one.
In typical Airfix style, they've done that just before next year. ICM are bringing out a new tool 148th Hamden, but yeah, hey ho.
I want ICM to bring some new World War I vehicles out because they've done the truck side of it now.
Yeah,
there are other things they could do. So, especially with the FWD Type B, they actually the mechanics actually had fitter trailers to go with them that had lathes on them and all sorts. So that could be an interesting one for him to do.
Absolutely.
Tell that as a separate kit as well.
Yeah. Absolutely. 172nd Joseph Starling IS3. Okay. Hull, I suppose. I don't know. Paul, 172nd Tiger Moth from Hele. Okay. Be a bit disappointed if it is because I've got two Tiger Moths from Airfix here. Farley, Fruitbat FGA6. What on earth? Farley Fruitbat. You imagine that the board meeting. Okay, chaps, we've designed this plane. What are we going to call it? The Fruitbat. Oh, that will do it. That will scare the enemy. Fruitbat. Very strange.
Like Mr. Burns when he becomes the fruit bat, the vigilante.
Yeah. Okay, Damien, something from Hele, but real subjects has different names, hence the various plays on Hele. But it absolutely could be. Absolutely could be. Hiller X18, 1/70th scale from Aurora. 1/70th, that's odd, isn't it? I mean, a lot of American companies did really weird scales, I think, to fit the boxes and stuff. Here, X18 converted plane, Aurora 1/70th, again from Stuart. Well done.
Model Mint, this is it.
Hey, Matt, how you doing, mate? Good to see you here. Welcome. Yes, I hope you're very well too, mate. Jim's asking Nick, how are we doing so far, Nick? I think fairly dismally, frankly, because there's no...
The answer to that question.
Oh, one near-ish. Ooh, and he's not letting on any more than that. Oh, my goodness.
You got another
Nick,
9.
it's getting desperately close to time that you're going to have to give us another clue, mate. Getting desperate there. 172nd Tornado GR1 Hele. No. Way too small. Way too small, Paul.
You wouldn't fit the tail in that.
Yeah. The mighty fin. Has to go a P38J Lightning Yippee 170 just because it's got a Y in it. Fair enough. Fair enough. Airfix Space Clipper Orion Huller 3 in 144th scale. New one on me, Leslie. Simon Hiller UH12 by Special Hobby in 172nd. Okay. Jim, Airfix request is a 48 scale Lysander. That was my ICM request, actually, I have to say, Jim. When they were banding around for ideas for new kits, I said to them, 48 scale Lysander, but with 48 scale SOE operatives and resistance staff and things like that. I think it'd be a really nice possibility for a diorama that, inserting underneath and all that.
My offers were the FWD Type B trailer, Fister truck, and the Foden recovery truck, because Accurate Armour are the only ones that make one, and they're shutting down.
Yeah, indeed.
Theirs was about 200 quid.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
so if they could make
200 quid.
A styrene Foden recovery truck, because it served right from the Cold War up to, I think, 2010, something like that.
Yeah.
So every recovery mechanic and vehicle mechanic in the REMA will have worked on.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
135th World War One aircraft would be a great idea. Maybe so. You have experience, Mikey, of World War One aircraft recently at larger scales, do you not?
I do. I've done a Albatross D3 in 132 scale from Roden.
Very beautiful paintwork, from what I remember.
Yeah. Plastic leaves a bit to be desired, but and the decal. Oh my god, the decals. They were a nightmare.
Really?
Yeah, it's like they were made out of crisps. And do you know what? Steph had the same problem as well. And I went to my local bricks and mortar a few weeks ago, and he had some more different ones. And I speak to him about it. And he said, "Yeah," he said, "It's a problem with all Roden decals."
Oh, really?
They're just that fragile that they just about if you're not careful.
Okay. Wow. Julian, love anyone to make Spanish Civil War aircraft, Condor Legion, I'm pretty sure a few makers do that, like the late period German stuff, like before the Bf 109. A lot of those biplanes saw service in the Spanish Civil War. The early marks of Bf 109 did. The early marks of Heinkel 111, the Bs, 111B, they were there.
I'm not really up on a World War II.
Yeah, there's a lot of very early marks of German aircraft that we're really familiar with were blooded in the Spanish Civil War. For a very good reason. That was their testing ground. So there are quite a few around.
A lot of people forget as well.
From Simon from Matchbox Challenge Simon, but I can't talk about that for like another 3 or 4 videos until I've made the ones that before it.
Well, a lot of people forget as well is the early days of World War II, especially the Blitzkrieg going into Poland.
Yeah,
it was still very much a horse-drawn war.
Oh, totally.
Even the Germans. It's just that
the
film cameras went with the mechanized side.
Yeah, first to fight do a lot of early war Polish stuff. Horse-drawn mortar sections and things like that. Absolutely.
There's some quite cool footage of them where the drivers of the horse and carts and stuff like that are trying to keep up with the tanks in the Blitzkrieg. And they're going over the ruts, and all you see is the bloody carriage going wee up in the air.
Well, to be fair, the horses are probably winning because the tanks have only got their engines. A frightened horse can bloody run.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Ooh,
Chris, Aurora Hiller Hornet. Okay. 176, a vampire from Hele. Okay. Yeah, Matt, I know the feeling, mate. Super busy with work, except my work is this, and trying to get all those kits in the stash built. I will say, Matt, I'm liking your presentation recently where you actually talk to the camera a bit more. That's really good. Really like that. It gives a lot of authenticity to what you do, and it's sort of, I think it's brilliant. I love what you do, mate. If you don't yet subscribe to Model Minutes, go and subscribe. Matt's a very good model maker, and he's got a very good insight into model kits.
Yeah. That's something I don't have the confidence to do, is talk to the camera.
Yeah.
Live's fine, but videos I struggle.
It's all about the edits. All about the edit.
Yeah, and a lot of confidence and green screen.
We don't have to use green screens, man. That's just me showing off that I know the technology. Don't have to use a green screen. A Meng Spice Harvester. Oh, the little one. That would actually be pretty cool. I saw one of those at my club last time I went to the club. Someone had the Spice Harvester and the two ornithopters, these weird dragonfly-like things. Really cool.
From June.
Yeah.
They're bringing out the bigger versions of them as well.
Oh, yeah. There's a new Spice Harvester that's really quite big. To be perfectly honest, it just looks like a square thing to me. I didn't watch June, haven't seen it, but you know what I mean.
Don't tell anyone, but that's kind of like Warhammer.
Yeah. Shh. Don't say that. I'll be demonetized. Don't say that. Damien, have you got to go? So sorry. You got to go, Damien. Yeah. You probably will be at home by the time someone's caught this right, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
A Hele 172nd Alouette helicopter. Okay. Julian, Nick's nearish probably means someone got the scale right. Yeah, Nick is feeling in a devilish mood, I can tell. Absolutely can tell. 172nd scale space car from Hele. Space car. I'm liking that. Was that like a Jetsons thing or something? Cool. Scott may need a break from rigging a biplane. You have a fellow member of the biplane rigging survivors society beneath here, mate. How did it go, Mikey?
I'm yet to rig one yet.
Did you not rig yours?
No, I didn't, because by the time I finished it, the plastic on the struts and that was that fragile that I just went, you know what? It's painted, it's staying like that. It's going on the shelf, it's not moving. If I move it, it'll break.
A mate of mine uses really, really thin steel wire that he gets from his local model shop. And he says the reason he does that is mainly because because it's steel. Once it's sort of pinged into place, it's like doubling the strength of the whole thing, like a walrus or something. He swears he could stand on the top wing of his walrus and it wouldn't do anything. Yeah. It's so strong now.
Well, I was watching the Budget Modeller's video on how to rig airplanes the other night, because once we've done the build we're doing at the minute, which is normally on a Tuesday, we're going to be doing I think we're doing an SE5A. So that I can have a go at rigging, because what we're doing is we're building up to our Wingnut Wings kits.
Oh my god. Those are a bit special. I've got a camel, a Wingnut Wings camel up there, and it is so scary. I'm thinking, do you know what? I'm going to have to do a little bit more work on this before I even look at that.
Well, he said to me, oh, do you want to do the Wingnut Wings kits next? I went, no. Mine came from Mods for Heroes. I don't want to waste it.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, Hiller X18 converter plane. 172nd by Comet. Oh, interesting. Oh, that would be an interesting thing. Converter plane. Helicopter 172nd XH44 from Unicraft. They made some weird stuff. And Nick's into weird stuff. 144 scale Saturn V. Yeah, mate.
No.
You've answered
read the rest.
You know, like command module and escape tower. The rest is in the post. You know what I mean?
Read the rest of it.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'd like to remake those old Airfix NASA things from the 60s.
Do you know what? I've never built a space-themed model.
Oh, right. Okay.
It'd be quite interesting, I think.
Yeah.
I quite like space. I was watching SpaceX the other night.
Oh, right.
They did their first commercial spacewalk.
Oh, right. Yes.
Ago. And they were testing the suits and that for the first
time.
That was really cool.
Yeah. Absolutely. Door rings to a 148 scale Lysander. Oh, thanks, Matt. I didn't know that, actually. I had a feeling they made a Lysander, but didn't know it was a 148th. Nice.
I thought you were supposed to be the Oracle.
What I am starts with Orit, but we won't go any further than what is there. Follows that up. Matt knows the stuff. Matt knows his business, man. It's interesting that could like kind of queer the pitch with ICM, because if Dora Wings do one and it's fairly recent, they might think, yeah, what's the point? But they might do some figures for it.
Depends on the quality of the kit as well.
Yeah.
Dora one.
Mind you, Dora Wings are properly nice. They're really nice, really, really nice kits, generally speaking.
It also depends on the price, because like I said, with Accurate Armor, they're really nice kits, but they're really expensive. So if they can make one that's half the price, they'll do really well.
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
This one I totally agree with, because
we need another 3/4 ton ambulance. Yes. Chris, you're absolutely right.
Absolutely
right.
I've done the World War I ambulance, I've got World War II, and I really want a Land Rover ambulance so that I can put the three together in a set.
Okay.
I think that'd be awesome. Dora Wings.
Dora Wings, yeah. What have I got here? Somewhere. I've got some. Got a big. Don't know, Mikey. Don't know if you've seen this. This set of ambulances from World War II from ICM.
That's cool.
That's pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's like the Maltier one with the tracks and a couple of others.
I like that half track one. That's cool.
Yeah, isn't it? Well, check your poster soon, mate. You never know what might be in it.
Oh.
I've done the shoot of it, so yeah. Anyway, hey ho.
You're good to me, you are.
Nah, well, you're good to me, mate. You're a good lad.
Oh.
I'm enjoying it. So anyway, built an Academy 132nd Sop with Camel. The decals were poor. Okay. Okay.
I've got Academy. I've got a 148 Spitfire to do at some point.
Okay.
Well, not long gunner Spitfire. I did the beer barrel Spitfire.
You did indeed.
John
on the before the train on the 3 veterans build.
Yeah.
The ICM one, wasn't it? 148th.
Yeah. It's the old ICM, isn't it?
Yeah, the old ICM. Yeah. Simon, a Hiller X18 by Anigrand Craftwork in 172nd. Oh. The Anigrand do a lot of like resin stuff, and what they do is they'll say make a resin, I don't know, short sterling or something, but then they throw in three like little things as well. It's really cool. So maybe but I don't think so. It's not on this occasion. Scott said, "Oh, you think that's bad? I have the Revell Cutty Sock 148th in rigging." Is it?
Oh my god!
Yeah,
I got the Airfix Cutty Sock the other week. think it's Kutisaka. Yeah, Kutisaka I got.
Yeah.
Because I've never built a sail ship, so.
Okay. Which one? What scale was that one? Is that the small one, the 1/700th?
No.
Or the?
It's about that big.
Okay. Luckily enough, we are a chap in Australia who knows a bit about rigging ship. John Marley, Scale Modelling Twins, another channel for you to check out and subscribe to. Bit of a geek with no, that sounds awful. He's a really nice guy. Don't call him a geek, but he's properly passionate about making wooden models of sailing ships. So he knows what there is about rigging. And then when he comes on and shows, oh, what have you been up to, John? He said, oh, I've been doing this, and I've felled the clutter mast, and I've rejigged the firkin barrel. And what are you talking about, mate? He knows his rigging really, really well.
Yeah. We'll come out with, oh, not much. Just built this entire ship.
Yeah, I know. The speed he gets through things is scary. It really is. A beautiful build of the Fokker Eindecker recently. That 148th Eindecker looks stunning.
His jets are beautiful.
Tornado he's just built. It's a properly good model maker. Check him out. Scale Modelling Twins. Hele Heinkel HE51 in 1/72nd. Okay, interesting. Hele again. Hele YH32 Unicraft in 1/72nd. Yeah, 1/72nd when you yeah, it can be. I did the box opening of the Phantom the other day, the 1/72nd scale Phantom, and the stencils in that. There's like 300 of them. It's insane the number of stencils on there. I can't believe that you can't safely operate a Phantom without that many don't touch thises, or make sure you've done this. I can't believe it. And they are so small. But then I was looking at I did the video of it. And you know the way that when you're shooting something, I get really close and I look at the screen. Okay, that's got the frame I want. Then I look back at it later on screen, and you see what the stencils actually say. Like 90% of them are misspelt. There's letters missing. It's complete gobbledygook.
Yeah,
it's really awful. So many of them are completely wrong. And Airfix will be, yeah, they're fine. See, and they're all on the underside, so you never see the damn things anyway.
See, I don't have that problem doing World War One.
No.
Most you get is an arrow with War Department written on it.
Yeah. Or some big white and red stripes.
Yeah. We have a clue.
Oh. So, Gary, you ordered these jets, but where shall I put them? That, Nick, A, I don't know, and B, that sounds vaguely threatening. So, you ordered these jets, but where shall I put them? Oh, my goodness.
You ordered these jets.
I ordered it. So, Gary, you ordered these jets, but where shall I put them? Mate, I don't know what you talk. Seriously, I've no idea. Absolutely no idea.
I wonder if there's any way I can put the clue up. Apparently on the screen. I know. Do you want to keep going through the comments, Gary? And I'll
okay, mate. Yep. Special hobby SH72017. So I'm guessing it's a 72nd scale from that. And I don't know what the 017 is, Rob, mate. Would you care to enlighten me? Because I have no idea. Should I pick up a couple of these somewhere? Where are we? I'll go back and whilst my talented friend is going through these.
Can you just put the clue back up a sec, guys, so I can just check I got it right?
That one.
Gary, you ordered these jets. Where shall I put them? Yeah, cool.
Yep. Okay, lookies.
There you go.
Oh, very clever. Yes, there's a little banner at the bottom. Very nice. Well done, mate.
Thank you.
See, this, ladies and gentlemen, is the benefit of having someone who comes along and says, hey, would you like me to help you out? And actually knows what on earth he's doing. So, excellent idea. Well done. Little banner.
Clue 1. So each time we have a clue, I can add it to it then.
Brilliant. See, value added straight away. I told you, 100% added Mikey. Perfect. Well done, mate. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. How are we doing? 172nd BF109E from Hele. Yeah, possible, but still quite small, I'd have thought. But Hele kits were quite small. Scores today of 3-1 after Nick's first clue. Yeah, it starts off at 4-0 to the audience if you guess it before the first clue. Every time there's a clue, Nick gets a point, the audience loses a point. So that's the way it works. And the audience are 2 points up so far on the overall scores. So yeah, getting tight. Yeah, Matt, I'm glad you enjoyed the improved format. Yes, I am, mate. It feels a lot more personal, a lot more involved and welcoming, and you're doing a brilliant job. Brilliant job. Hope Airfix get their act together and do a press release soon so that we can all get together and have a good old chat properly. Ben, AMP 148th Hiller Hornet, YH32. Rob, yes, SH 72017. No idea, mate, Rob, what that kit is, but Hele Sam Mary Glaze in 172nd. Oh, that's an interesting idea. Sam Mary Glaze with the parachute drop after D-Day, and some guy got hung up on the bell tower, didn't he? According to The Longest Day from the 101st. Andy says, I think Hele would be too obvious, or is it a double bluff? Who knows? Kev, my wife has asked me to note down how much I spent on my stash. Not sure if I'm going to be under the patio soon.
I recently put all mine into a spreadsheet with the cost and how much I paid for them. Luckily, most of my stash has come from Models for Heroes. So if anything happens to me, she can send them back.
Could you have like, this is what it cost me, this is what it would have cost me, and there you go, my dear. They've saved me X pounds. There we are. Yeah. Always make it a positive. Yeah, Kev, you know what? Stashes are so expensive, but it's spread out over a long time, generally speaking. So it's an investment
in your retirement whilst you can.
Totally. To buy a lot of this stuff in 10 years' time would be a lot more expensive off eBay.
Yeah, and we'll have a lot less money.
Well, exactly. Darren comes in with the Hele 172nd GMC truck. Okay, cool.
This is really handy when they're putting guess at the beginning, because I can pick it out quickly.
That is really cool, actually, guys. So if you are going to guess, put guess as the first part of your comment. I know a lot of you do. That is a brilliant idea if you can. A Hele Humbrol F103 Reichenberg and a BA Natter, a 349A Natter. Do you know, I think I had one of those kits like when I was 17, so quite a long time ago. I remember because the Reichenberg is the piloted version of the V1 that Hannah Reich and a few other people were proposing to use as a suicide weapon, basically. And the Backham Natter basically was a suicide weapon because getting in that and launching the thing, you're going to die. It's a terrible thing.
It's like was it the Comet? Was it?
Oh, a lot worse than that. A lot worse than that. It was terrible. I think it flew like 3 or 4 times remotely and crashed, and then a pilot got in it and it crashed. It was like, okay, we won't bother with this then. It was an interesting idea. Very, very small rocket powered, but no.
Nice comments here for you.
Oh, John W. Okay, good to see you, mate. 64. I'm like only 2 years older than me. Quite new to modelling. I'm sorry to hear you've been unwell, but you're back. Excellent. Oh, the new Airfix one with us, the display scheme. Excellent. Well, you know what? That's a lovely. That I think the 148 Sabre is a brilliant little kit. I really enjoyed making mine. I did the last one, last release of it. I did mine in Japanese colours, and I really enjoyed making it. I can't think of anything in particular that was bad about it, to be perfectly honest. That's right. That's great, John. Welcome back to the hobby. And I think you picked a really, really nice little kit to get on with there, mate. Well done. You'll have to send me some pictures. Join Gary's Friends Stuff on Facebook and send me pictures of it when you finished it. That'd be really cool. Ben, LF-177 HRP-1 in the Marine Corps. Okay. The old monogram Cylon Raider, 1979. Oh, my God. Was that Buck Rogers in the 25th century or something? Cylons. I've no idea. It's Rob. Mate, I'm so sorry. I've heard of Cylons. I've got a feeling it sounded like Buck Rogers or something like that they came up against. I don't know.
I don't know. My dad was only 15 in 1979.
Oh, shut up. Just. Simon saves the day. Hele H23B Raven in 172nd by LF Models. No, I don't think so. Thank you for guessing. But no. Oh, okay. Matt might be 172nd for Lysander. Okay, cool. But any Lysander is a good thing. 172nd Pink Spitfire from Hele. Okay, Paul. Thank you. I like a pink Spitfire, as you know.
There's a lot of comments about different types of models. Trying to find the guesses.
Cool.
There's one.
A brand new 148th Sepica Jaguar by Hele. 148th Jaguar. Sorry, Andy. Ain't going to happen there, mate. Way too small. I've got a 172nd Jag up there, and it's like 4 times the size of this box. But thank you for guessing. Thank you for joining in. Maybe that's a wish rather than an actual guess about what it might be. A lot of people are nagging, saying that Airfix are going to release a 148th Jaguar retool at some point, and then I've heard that Airfix has said quite firmly no. But then Dale and all that, it could easily be double bluffing. Who knows?
The only proper Airfix kit I've built is the 135 Sherman. I think I don't know which one it was, but my dad got me for Christmas when I first started with Models for Heroes.
Okay.
I've not really bought any Airfix since then. There's not really anything that's interested me.
Yeah.
I don't do World War One much other than little tiny figures and things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They used to. I don't know if they still do. They used to do the Mark IV.
Yeah, they got the 176.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
probably 60s moldings.
I did one recently actually. I did it. I made a little base so it looks like it's going over a trench. I did it in black and white.
Okay.
So,
yeah. Nice. Andy suggested to work that I'm going to retire soon. Yeah. They asked what I do with my day. Embarrassed to say I'll be building plastic tank kits. Nothing to be embarrassed about that, mate. I'd own that. I'd be proud of that. It's almost tempting to say, do you know what? Instead of coming in here, turning up, doing all this rubbish for you guys to make a load of money out of my efforts, I'm going to go home and make plastic tank kits for myself. I'm going to have a great time. So thank you very much. Good for you. Own it, mate. Own it. Jeanne d'Arc from Hele in 1/1200th scale. Jeanne d'Arc is their French aircraft carrier.
Interesting one.
Actually, you know what? That's not a bad shout for 1/1200th scale. We could probably get an aircraft carrier into that. Imagine doing the aeroplanes. Some tiny little Rafale fighters. Simon, a 1-ton Landy.
Both of those especially the Bedford MJ or MK, I would absolutely buy if Airfix brought them out.
Right.
Because I would love a Bedford, because that was the first heavy goods vehicle I drove.
Oh, okay.
Horses as a mechanic.
Yeah.
And Landy's was pretty much my bread and butter.
Yeah. But the 1 ton is for those who don't know, you've got your regular Land Rover. The 1 ton Land Rover was much boxier affair. The front end, instead of having like the bonnet and it went up, it just went straight up and then along and back.
Yeah.
Actually, I'd like a 1 ton Landy, to be honest.
I would. I've got a few Landys.
If anyone makes one, it's such a odd thing. I'm not sure anyone in sort of large scale producers, let's say. Someone probably does.
I mean, I've got a Mark III Landy. I've got a Wimmick, and I've done a 110.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's any 1 tonners that I know of.
I can't think of one at all.
I know there's 143 Snatch Land Rover out. That's from Airfix, I think.
Okay.
Actually, I keep meaning to get that one at some point.
Yeah. Simon, I'd absolutely be with you on the 1 ton Landy, mate. Absolutely.
I don't think anyone does a Bedford MJ or MK.
No, I've not. I can't remember seeing one at all in any scale.
Well, John Mayfield managed to get a 172 one, but it's a really old mold, I think.
Okay.
And it was the very old version.
Okay.
Between the sort of the Second World War and the MJ and MK.
Yeah. Yeah.
With a very curved cab on it. Back to guesses.
Yep. Chris, Hele going in a different direction. Hele 170 Alpha Jet. Okay. Like an Alpha Jet. Very smart little aeroplane. Rob, Hele UH12. Hele UH12. Okay. Paul, 170 MiG-29 from Airfix. Okay, not sure, Paul, how that fits in with the clue. And I know. Oh, there's also, remember the second clue. I ordered these jets, but where should I put them? Gary, you ordered these jets.
These jets might be a good call, but maybe 144 or something.
Yeah, maybe actually, because it's that bit smaller. Yeah. Interesting idea.
Yeah.
Julian.
The answer to that is friendships and model kits.
I should say, for those you don't know, and shame on you for not knowing, because you should be visiting Bearded Veteran Creates and catching up on all his live streams. Sif is the modmin, with the role that Mikey's very kindly doing today for Mikey's live streams with his with the veterans doing the builds of all these different things, the trains, whatever, and also our Monday chat. She gets paid in hobnobs. Hobnobs seem to be the base currency of anyone related to Models for Heroes at all, in any form. The base currency is the hobnob, I think.
Yes. If you go to Telford, make sure you take a pack of hobnobs for Malcolm Childs, who's the head of M4H. He has a son there and he will be there. The
Grand Fromage, the big cheese himself, Malcolm Childs, who's one of the best people on planet Earth, I have to say. But yes, you feed him hobnobs.
He's saved a lot of veterans' lives.
He has indeed. He's a good lad.
And I think, personally...
friendship and good wishes at the moment. But I suspect a contract negotiation may be happening fairly soon.
Well, I think what we should do is we should confuse Malcolm by just burying him in chocolate hobnobs at Telford.
Totally.
Everyone goes to the table, just give him a pack of hobnobs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not explaining why.
So just this big mountain of hobnob packets in front. I think that's a great idea. Great idea. Chris came up with similar guess, the Natter and the Rackenberg F103 and 1/72 scale. Actually, I would like that kit again. So they're really interesting little planes. YH32 Hornet and Unicraft 1/72 from Rob.
Ooh.
Oh, we have a winner. Nick, we have a winner after the second clue.
No, we have a draw.
Draw of 2 people have got it. Nick, tell me more, mate.
I'm
intrigued.
I'm intrigued when the second clue was.
What have we got?
I'll scroll to the end now and wait for him to reply, won't I?
Yeah, I tried that as well. Oh, there he is. What is it, Nick? Actually, why am I asking you? Why am I asking you to reveal it when I've got the bleeding kit in front of me? This is why I need a Mikey in my life when I'm doing live streams, because I should do the reveal. I've done it.
You can do that, and I can concentrate on the chat, mate.
What's that, mate?
You do that. I'll concentrate on the chat.
Okay, that's a good deal. Good deal.
Oh, Andrew Wilson says, if the Bearded Veteran Creates continues for a few months until I retire, I'll be able to watch the live stream.
Excellent.
Well, we have got buddy bills for the 3 veterans planned for the next at least 6 months.
Excellent.
So that helps.
And of course, the good thing is, even if you can't catch a live stream, you can catch them later because they're recorded. Yeah. So they come up as a view and watch it.
Yeah, primarily at the minute I'm doing live streams because I've done a few videos and I tried to make one, but then when I went to finish it off, the computer wiped all the images, all 122 images out of the video.
No.
And off the computer. Yeah. I spent about 2 weeks working on it.
Oh my God.
Doing all the research, finding images from the First World War and all sorts.
Yeah.
And luckily it saved all the audio and all the video clip that I made, like the scene. But the actual historical photos, it wiped all 122 off the computer. And I can't find them.
God.
Yeah, I was not amused.
Now you know, guys, why everyone who does YouTube, when you look at them, they look strangely haunted. It's because we rely so much on computers to save all our hard work. And when things go wrong, oh my goodness, does it take a long time to get it back?
Yeah. I'm going to have to go through and try and find all photos again.
Oh my God.
So at the minute, I'm focusing on catching up with my builds and stuff. So I get to a point where the only builds I've got is my live show builds. And then I'll start working on the video again. Okay, so the back of this thing is here.
Yeah, thank God. With all sorts of interesting bits and pieces. And the front of it is the Hiller YH32 Hornet. Ooh. With tip jets. It looks like a really small thing with tip jets on the end of the rotors here.
Wow.
What a strange thing. So like some ultra light military infantry thing. I don't know. I'm going to find out. So I'm opening the box.
I've got to find out who it was.
Yeah. What a strange little kit. Well, of course it's a strange little kit. Nick has sent it. Of course it's a strange little kit. So here we go. The Hiller YH-32 Hornet was an American ultralight helicopter built in the early 1950s, powered by 2 engines. The Hiller.
Question: is it the AMP 148 Hiller Hornet?
Yes. AMP. Yep, 148 scale. AMP Hornet.
I think that's the first person. Okay,
Ben. Excellent. Superb, ooh. Ben. Well done, mate.
There was some very close ones.
Yeah. Well, it comes with photo etch and a mask. How about that? Photo etch for these harnesses and various little bits of this very, very strange little machine. Look at it.
Yeah.
It's like something out of a cartoon.
It is, isn't
Absolutely
it?
astonishing. And it had jet engines at the tips of the rotor blades. So it didn't have its own engine in the body and then go through a transmission and a collective and yada, yada, yada. It just had engines at the end of the rotor blades that spanned them. How very odd. Well, that's really cool. Wow. Not many parts, as you can imagine, because it's a miniature little thing, even in 1/48. But Nick, what a great kit, mate. What a great little thing. That's fantastic.
Nick, can you confirm that was the first person, please, that you saw?
Yep.
Because it's the first one I can see
so.
after the clue.
Absolutely.
It reminds me of something out of Wacky Races when they're flying the little helicopter.
Yes, absolutely. Stop the pigeon or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, that ages me. I'm so sorry. Dick
Right,
Dastardly and Nutley, Stop the Pigeon. Yes, I see. So I've ordered the GE's jets, but where shall I put them? Of course, at the end of the rotor blades. Let's see.
Julian, the second clue was so Gary, you ordered these jets. The first clue was the clue on the box.
Okay, yeah, I think the Julian and Nick organised this scoring system. I think if anyone gets it before another clue is added, then the crowd get 4 points and Nick gets nothing. But because Nick had put another clue in, the crowd gets 3, Nick gets 1. So the crowd are now 4 points up against Nick. He ain't going to like that.
No.
Dude, he's not going to like that. He's not going to be a happy Nick now.
The problem is now you're going to end up with something like Warhammer.
Yeah. Yes.
Or he's going to 3D print something in resin.
Yeah. Yes. The gods of Asgard did decree this should happen. What is the kit? Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, thanks for that. It's an orc. I'm sorry to all the people who actually understand all these things. I'm just pulling names out of the hat and throwing them into the conversation here. I have no understanding of Warhammer or indeed any fantasy modelling. Although, as I keep saying to people, you know, if it's not your thing, that's fine. But if you go to a show, do check them out, because the paint techniques in particular, for a lot of things like Warhammer and fantasy modelling and things like that, you can apply similar techniques to your own modelling as well. There's some guys who paint figures for fantasy, and you think, my God, I wish I could get tonal ranges like that, and chat with them, and they'll teach you how to do the different bits of painting that you can maybe use on a uniform if that's your thing. You know what I mean?
The paint colours that they get as well are absolutely fantastic.
Oh, astonishing. Sometimes, yeah, you look at them and think that I'm pretty sure that's not on the Vallejo's palette range. You know what I mean? And they're beautiful. I have seen as a guy, Gavin, who does a lot of videos on figure modelling and things like that. And he does that non-metallic metals painting. So instead of using a metallic paint, he uses regular paints but makes it look like a metallic finish. And some of them are shields and stuff he's done. Gavin Booth is his name. Check him out. Some of the stuff he's done is extraordinary. So Ben, you're the first up there, mate. Congratulations. So the thing you need to do, Ben, is just drop me a line. Put it on stuff at GarySEvans.com. It's my usual email address. But drop me a line. I'll put you in touch with Nick, and then Nick will organise something for you as your prize that suits your kind of modelling. And knowing what you're into modelling, Ben, because I've known you a little while, I think Nick's going to have some fun finding something for you to do. I'm sure he's going to have some fun. So drop me a line, either through Facebook or through email at stuff@GarySEvans.com, and I'll put you in touch with Nick, and you guys can sort yourselves out. Yeah? Congratulations, mate.
Well done, buddy.
Wow. That's all a bit frantic.
Yeah. There's lots of congratulations in the chat for you.
Excellent. Gavin, yes, he is extremely. Gavin Booth is extremely good, and he is a very, very nice bloke too. Veteran as well. Really nice lad. Properly good. Nice. But his figure painting is his horse painting, cavalry figures. His horse painting is exceptional. He's just got a gift of getting the shading and the sheen of horses. So his large scale cavalry figures are beautiful. But then he does armor. He does busts as well. Also a range of stuff. But it's a properly top lad as well. Really nice guy.
That's very true.
Yes, exactly, Andy. You're absolutely right. I think if there's one thing I'd say about the model making community is we can learn so much from each other. You don't need to fragment as into I do this or I do that or I do that. There's bits that you can bring to other people that they think, oh, that's solved a problem, and there are things that other people do that can come to your practice. I mean, you look at some of the guys who do Warhammer stuff, but like really rusted and corroded space marine figures or whatever. And you look at them, you think, you know what? That would look cracking on a T-34. Yeah. That type of rust would look really good. There's all sorts of skills that we each learn in our different genres.
There's a really cool YouTube channel that I love called North of the Border, and he does sculpting out of clay. He made his own Space Marine.
Wow.
And it was about that big.
Wow.
Out of clay. And the painting on it, the metal, it looked like metal armor. The way he done it is brilliant.
That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Pacing videos, absolutely dioramas as well. Dave
Comedy snipers in.
What have I missed? You've missed the big reveal, my friend. You've missed the big kit reveal of Nick's mystery box. The YH32 Hornet here. You missed it. So many good guesses. Lots of guesses. I think we probably went through the whole history of the Hiller company of helicopters along the way.
That was the one we picked on as well to say, oh, it reminds us of something else.
Yeah.
Because we said it reminds us of the Hudson Hornet and things.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
And we didn't know.
Absolutely. No, we don't know these things, guys. I never know. Mikey never knows. No. Sometimes Nick has forgotten, to be perfectly honest. And then when he sees the clue, it's like, oh, I remember what I sent him then. But yeah, that's a lot of the fun. It's like, I don't know until you guys know. And when Nick says, yeah, that's a winner, I have to open it to figure out who the winner was. So, yeah, excellent. Yes, Ben, good. Get in touch, mate. We'll catch up at Telford as well. Yeah. I know what stand to look for you on.
You're going to be so drunk at Telford with all the pints people are going to be buying you.
Well, I wasn't last time. No one bought me a bloody drink at all, mate. Not one.
Yeah, but you've already said me and you got to have a drink, so that's a start.
Well, yeah, there is us. Absolutely. Yeah. That may be a weekend of maybe breaking the no drink till Christmas rule, but it's Telford. It's Telford, Yeah.
It's a shame not staying in the same hotel because it's got a bar.
Have you heard? I'm happy to book an Uber over to see you, mates. Don't worry about that.
Mate, that'd be awesome.
Paul couldn't stay until Gary's Asgardian orcs came home. I wouldn't have guessed that. Absolutely. Well done, mate.
There's more congratulations.
Oh, what's my Facebook page again? If you do a search for Gary's Friends Stuff, you'll get there. Just hook in. It should automatically accept you unless you've not done Facebook before. If you're completely new to Facebook, it might say we're referring you to the admin to make sure you're okay. But if you use Facebook for more than like a month or something, it'll accept you. And come and join the 650 or so other people that are members of it.
What we could do, Gary, is once we finish on here tonight, is if you give me email address, Facebook page, stuff like that, I can put it into a banner so that we have it scrolling across the screen at the bottom.
Okay. Okay, cool.
That'll make things a bit easier for people.
Yep. Julian, midwinter minis. Okay. Tried shading some camels. That sounds like a defense in a court case. They do come in just 2 shades of sand, don't they? Yeah, sand and sandier, I think.
Yeah. The spider that goes with them is the same color as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So a few of them.
Oh, Chris, has anyone built the Airfix Hamden before? I'd love to build, but a bit wary of it being a vintage classics kit. Yeah, vintage classics kits are brilliant because they revive kits that Airfix, generally speaking, aren't going to retool in the near future. So they're not going to do a new Hamden next year or the year after, probably. So they're reviving the vintage classics kit. It isn't, from what I remember of it from a long time ago, it was okay, but not brilliant, but okay to build. The thing with the vintage classics range is they do replace all the decals with modern cartograph decals. The decals are properly nice. But a lot of these vintage classic kits, you've got to just accept the fact that they are 60s molds. The panel lines will tend to be raised. The rivets will be quite prominent. But other than Valom, I don't think you're going to get a 1/72 scale Hamden. I've got one on order, so when it arrives, the new vintage classics release, I'll let you know what I think and show you it, and I'll probably build it quite quickly as well, because I really, really want to build a Hamden. Yeah.
Chris, did you guess it before I put the clue up, the second clue up, or after? Because Ben was the first one after the clue. I don't think anyone. Nick said it was after the clue that people had guessed it, and I did check for like a minute or two after Ben's comments.
Okay. Absolutely. Ben, be really good to see you again there, mate. Oh, still got a load of old Citadel orcs, Rob. Field Factory, 1981. My goodness.
We've got a guy on the Friends of Models Heroes Discord, and that's all he does is stuff like orcs and things.
Oh, okay.
He loves them.
Yeah.
He buys
We
boxes
of these...
all damaged ones and stuff, and he just kit bashes them all the time.
You see some of these color descriptions on some of these companies that deal with that, and it's like putrefying yellow and stuff.
Yeah. Quite graphic, aren't they?
Yeah, very. Scar, rigging done, one teeny tiny 1/72 tiger moth in the books, rescued from the shelf of shame. Oh, excellent. Well done, you. Yeah, I've got 2 tiger moths. I've got one I'm building now, which is pretty much out of the box as Airfix supply it. Then I'm going to build another Airfix one, but I've got some photo etch and some bits and pieces for it to make it look a bit jazzed up. And I will be rigging that one as well, even though it's, as you say, teeny tiny. But it's one I've flown in. Don't know whether I've mentioned that before on the channel. I don't know, I may have dropped it into the conversation now and again. Also, I love the registration at GACDC. What a band. Paul, wish Airfix a 1/24 scale red arrows. I guess a hawk. The detail would be awesome. Well, you know, they're 1/24 scale kits. The detail is absolutely epic. It is really, really cool. I've got the Spitfire Mark 8 to build, and I'm kind of like, when am I going to get around to starting that? Because I made the earlier on the 9 and did it as a fighter reconnaissance version, as you may remember, and it was just such a pleasure to build it. So yeah, I don't know what they're going to do in 1/24 scale next. I'm guessing probably will be next year they might release something. Hurricane would be a good idea, or BF-109 or a Hurricane. I would say it will be the next project.
Eventually I want to get a 148th Hurricane to go with my 148th Spitfire.
Yeah.
I've got to have the two together.
Oh, get the Armour Hobby one. The 148th Armour Hobby Hurricane is gorgeous, and it goes together like an absolute dream. A proper dream. It's a beautiful kit.
Sounds like my kind of aircraft kit.
Yeah.
My kind of aircraft kit is probably quick click. If you
Do
go on,
Telford car parks have chargers? That's a very good question. I don't actually know about that.
If you go on the Telford International Centre's website, they do have a page about the car parks, and it tells you about what's there, what facilities are there.
Yeah. I didn't see any in the public car park next door, which is where I normally park. But yeah,
to be fair though, the electric cars weren't that big a thing last year.
No,
think about it, they've gone popular really quickly.
Yeah, and also I suspect places like Telford are because you're going to apart from Gary Morris, obviously. Most people are going to travel to get there and on motorways and stuff. And I guess you're looking at ranges and thinking, you're going to have to. It may be that there's a massive Asda store around the back of the Telford Centre. They may well have chargers there, actually. And then it's like a 10-minute walk to the actual site. Well, that massive Asda store is around the back there. They probably do have them. Somewhere around there is bound to have.
Yeah. Well, we're thinking of getting a taxi from the hotel because it's only 4 miles away.
Yeah.
So get a taxi from the hotel to the international site. That way, then, if I have a drink, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And, parking's not going to be an issue.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I think he's put it in my Discord.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he's put it in my Discord.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I can't put links up. But yeah, there's plenty of people in here who can tell them the name.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, David. Thank you very much. Telford is modelling Christmas. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. I do have. It's that weekend. Do you know what it is that weekend? Do you know one of the very moving things about Telford last year was being around the Models of Heroes stand during the silence at 11 o'clock. Wow. Being surrounded by people for whom it actually means something properly personal. Yeah. It was very moving, very dignified, really. And the fact the halls, all 3 halls, were dead silent. The respect was astonishing. Really, really well done, everyone who took part in that. That was a very, very beautiful moment, I think.
We were just going to go for one day. And
all right.
Stay at the hotel over for one night.
Yeah.
And then I said to Kay, we can either go on the Saturday where there's loads of people and everything, or we can go on the Sunday and see the Veterans Day.
Yeah.
I went, well, why don't we do both? Because that way then you've done everything on the first day. And then if you want to leave after you've done the Veterans thing to drive home, we can do.
She's a keeper.
I was like,
you made a damn good choice there, mate. Well done. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Yeah, it's a great place to be. Really is. Darren, how about getting Dale from Airfix to come on with a guest the plane slot and win a massive stash of Airfix kits? Yeah, it's not beyond the realms of possibility to get Dale to come on with a guest the plane spot. A massive stash of Airfix kits may be a little bit of wishful thinking, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, never say never. He's a good lad, Dale. Actually, he's always up for a laugh. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Maybe a few random sprues.
Yeah. Yeah.
They might
make something out of this lot. James, looking for bringing my father-in-law. Excellent IPMS. Well, if you've got your IPM, if you're an IPMS member, just bring your membership card. You don't have to book anything. Just bring your membership card, and there's a separate queue for IPMS members. You walk in, you show your card, and that's it. In you go, and you get in an hour earlier than the general admission as well. So you get in early doors. So IPMS, just make sure you got your membership card with you. You don't need to book anything.
The other thing as well, James, if you register with Models for Heroes, because if so, one of the guys in Friends of Models for Heroes runs a face-to-face session every 2 weeks in Telford. So
excellent.
Yeah. If needs be, we can always, if you get in touch with Gary, I can send Gary the details for you.
Yeah. Brilliant. The Hamden could go along my Spaviera vintage classic. Yeah, that SM79, that three-engined Italian strange thing from World War II. Lovely kit. I really enjoyed making it as a vintage classic kit. It was fun, and it just got like an insane number of views, and I don't know why. I really don't know why. Like in a week, it had like 40,000 views. I don't know if there's I just tapped into some strange niche Italian World War II bomber fraternity, or I don't know why, but suddenly. And so, of course, after that, I was chasing like, well, how am I going to repeat it? Do more vintage classic kits? No, didn't work. Do more of it? Didn't work. But the SM79 is a lovely, lovely kit to make. It's a beautiful looking thing. I've got an Edward one in 1/48. Actually, just excuse me a minute. Yeah, there it is. Ooh. There we go. Got the 1/48 one to do.
Ooh, nice.
From Edward, and this comes with like tons of resin and all the extras, which is why I haven't built it yet, because it is properly skipped. Bag of resin extras, for goodness sakes. It's like insane. It's a beautiful. My favourite, photo etch. Oh, good. I don't even know. Oh, 3D printed propellers. I love the Spaviera. It's a lovely, lovely aeroplane in its own way. And that vintage classic kit was a brilliant, actually fun kit to make. So hopefully the Hamden will be as much fun, to be honest, Jim. Hope it is. Don't WH have to call them orcs or something to avoid the wrath of Tolkien? Probably. There's probably some sort of. Do you know, like on Airfix, if they make I don't know, North American Mitchell, they have North American registered trademark, Mitchell registered trademark. You know, maybe that's this whole thing. You have to say orcs registered trademark. You know, it's absolutely. Zitboil yellow green. Yeah, I think we have that already. We call it yellow zinc chromate. That's kind of Zitboil yellow green. I think it's a nice colour. That used as a primer on a lot of American aircraft.
The kit I'm about to start from like personal project for Buddy Build on Columbus Models. Discord. He does a competition where you join in Buddy Build, and if you want take part in the competition, you can win a kit up to 60 quid's value, $60 dollars value. Apparently, one of the colours is dark green because I'm doing the Saint Chamond 135.
Okay.
That kit I'm doing.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be some random yellow because I've got 4 yellows. I'm not buying any more. I don't use them.
Yeah. Never have enough yellow, mate. Never have enough yellow. It's
like French, isn't it?
Yeah. I think it's also the most difficult colour there is for paint maker. I don't know. There's something about yellow pigment. It's never thick enough. It's a really difficult colour to get right.
One of the
really
tips
difficult.
that Marley came up with was if you spray a base layer of pink first.
Yeah.
Yes. That helps.
Yeah. Well, a lot of Allied aircraft had yellow tips to the propellers, for example. I always put white on first, then put the yellow on top of it.
I used to until I got my AK real colour pens.
Yes,
So
you're
like,
right. You're absolutely right. Yes, those AK pens, you don't have to do that. That yellow is so strong, and for some, I don't know how they do it, but yeah, it can just go straight over black on the tips of props, and it shows up straight away.
Apparently,
Really
they're
good.
bringing out fantasy colours as well.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Gary
wow.
Morris was telling me the other day.
Oh, excellent.
So good.
Excellent. Scott built the originals Hamden about a century ago, probably a little bit more early than Handley Page did, by the sound of it. Yeah, it's a good kit back in the day. Yeah, you know, we all were kids back then. Do you know what I do like? But they come with crew figures, which is such a rarity these days. You know, a lot of them had like little gunners with their hands up to put behind the guns and stuff like that. You know, they weren't brilliantly modelled, but at least they were there. You know, these days, you very, very rare you see them.
Yeah.
You know, you get an Airfix kit of a Mosquito, which has got 2 crew, and you get 1 pilot, and you think, well, what about the other bloke? You know. David, suffering with lag. My guess is the yeah. Nice try, David. Yeah, you win our respect and our admiration for the attempt. Is what you win.
He's lovely, is Dave.
He's a good lad. He's a good lad. Mark, I've been given a complete set of Foundry paint system. One is called Nipple Pink. Okay.
That's one, because all nipples are one colour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of skin tone.
Absolutely. Yes, absolutely. All the same colour. Yeah. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. Babaji, have I received my Airfix order yet? Wonder what the mystery kit? Yes, I have. And it was this week. It was the Sea Harrier FRS1 in 1/72 scale. So that's pretty cool.
Nice.
I've built 2 of these already, but you know, I'll build another one, whatever. So that was my £10 mystery kit. I also got the freebie Spitfire, which nice. I also got this week were some Models for Heroes decals. So this is going to be all over white with some red Go Faster stripes with nice. Models for Heroes decals, because nice. Models for Heroes are brilliant and I love them so much, and I thought it's about time I built a little tribute to them. So that's it. My Spitfire is going to be all over white with Models for Heroes markings.
Do you know what? Malcolm would, I know for a fact that if you took that down to Telford and give it to Malcolm to put on the table, he would love it.
Absolutely. I'll absolutely take it. And he, as far as I'm concerned, he can have it and take it, ship it wherever he wants or to any other show. That'd be brilliant. Yes, so I will definitely do that. I'll have a chat with him, but I'll take it anyway.
Yeah.
If he won't have it, I'll put it on my local club stand, but I'm sure he'll have it.
Yeah, that or Friends of Models for Heroes, because you remember them as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. The other day also got, of course, my Models for Heroes polo shirt.
Nice.
Got the other day.
I keep meaning to get one of them. I've got the Friends of Models for Heroes one.
All right, yeah. Time to step up to the big leagues, mate. Step up to the Premiership here.
Well, I'm not a volunteer, am I? I don't get it.
Well, I'm not a volunteer. I paid for it. I haven't sent off more one. But yeah. If you're one of the very, very few people in the world who don't know Models for Heroes, it's an exceptional group of people. Run by Malcolm, who I'm right in thinking everyone's volunteer on this, pretty much. I know they've got a professional governance thing at the top level, but
none of them are paid though. I think
it's a properly good place, a good charity, and what they do is they help members, former and serving members of the armed forces and the blue light responders like police and paramedics and all this, get over some of the trauma they suffer from doing their job for us by making models. Now, we all know that we're feeling rubbish one day. We can sit down and do a bit of work on a model and you just feel better. Imagine how much more that works for someone who's gone through some properly bad stuff for us. So Models for Heroes helps them. As Mikey said earlier on, they actually save lives by what they do. So anything you can do to support them, send them in your little, there we go, flying hours tokens off Airfix kits. Send them kits to anything. Just come to Telford or to any shows around the country and say hi and have a chat with them. Really, they're so worth supporting. They're a brilliant, brilliant bunch of people. Can't say enough for them. And they're all nice as well. Yeah. They're actually nice people as well, which is really good.
I know they saved my life.
There you go.
There's a night when I was really struggling, and I was literally at the point where I was just waiting for my wife to go to bed so that she was out of the way and I could do what I need to. Yeah. And she saw that something was wrong. So she literally just grabbed hold of my shirt and said, "Come on, you're going sitting behind your desk." She put my telly on, put the Malls of Heroes YouTube live streams on.
Yeah.
And then she got me a 172 kit out of the cupboard and she went, "Yeah, make that and don't move until you've finished it."
Brilliant.
And by the time I finished it in the morning, I was fine. I just went to bed and went to sleep.
There you go. So it works. It really works. It's not the biggest charity in the world, but by God, they punch above their weight. They're brilliant. So anything you do to help them out, buy some stuff from their website, send them stuff, send them flying hours, just whatever you can do to help them. They're brilliant. So good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. Oh, Richard, they redo the Gazelle and Lynx in 172nd. Okay. Would love to do Blue Angels despite him. I built their Lynx in 148th and I had a real struggle with it, to be honest. It wasn't the most enjoyable build. If you watch the videos, you'll find that out. But yeah, Gazelle would be nice. Gazelle's a lovely looking aircraft, to be honest. Paul recreated the Battle of Bit Memorial Fight 172nd, added the Hawk. Do you know what? I wish the BBMF could add a Typhoon and a Mosquito to their roster of aircraft that they have. That would be absolutely outstanding. Brilliant, brilliant stuff.
As long as they stop crashing them.
Huh?
As long as they stop crashing them.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. WH Warhammer quite litigious. Well,
yeah.
Gee, that happens. Matt, he trained in Hamden's in 1943. Excellent. Flying suitcase. Paul, being a vet, Remembrance Day means a lot. Absolutely. Absolutely it does, mate. It absolutely does. It should mean a lot to everyone, frankly.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think the majority of the population, it does mean something. It's a recognition.
Yeah.
Chance to say thank you. Matt, lovely to see you too. I'm so glad you could join in. And I really do hope we can catch up soon, mate. And have a good old natter. Chew the fat, as it were. Andy, thank you so much, mate, for gifting some memberships. That's really kind of you. Very, very generous of you indeed. If you don't know, if you're a member of the channel, then you get a video especially for you. Saturdays. I try to get them out on Saturdays. Most of the time they're on Saturdays. Every now and again, maybe they go to Sunday, but most of the time they're on Saturdays. And it's just like a half-hour, 40-minute extra little video, just a bit more in-depth about what I'm up to, what I'm thinking of doing, and just about this and that as well. It's just like a little sort of friendly little club of supporters. So 5 of you are going to get that this weekend.
Nice one, Andy.
Good man. Stuart? Oof, I don't blame you. A few years back, forklift driver reversed through the area during the silence, and I had a quiet word with me. Absolutely. Do you know what? I remember when I used to work for a company, they were very good about saying, like it's the 11th of November. If you want to do this, then do whatever you need to do. That's fine. But if people don't want to join in, people don't want to join in. It's not the law; they have to. It's down to everyone. But it's good if a company can support you and say that you need to walk away for 2 minutes or so to be with yourself and your thoughts. That's cool. Come back when you're ready, sort of thing.
Yeah, it always used to make me laugh when on Remembrance Day when you're doing the parades on the Sunday, and you march through town and everything. You do the 2 minute silence, and as you're looking around it during the 2 minute silence, you guarantee some little kid will start walking, and all you see is some mum clipping him around the ear.
Yeah.
You always used to
One
make
day
me
you'll
chuckle.
understand. Just shut up.
Yeah. They're not taught it in school anymore.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because my stepson's 12, and when he was in junior school, before he went up to high school, he came out of school one day. He said, "We've been learning about World War One today, Mike." I said, "All right, cool. What have you been learning?" He said, "Oh, we learned about the song 'Pack Up Your Troubles.'" Like, oh, good. So what did you learn about it? And he said that it's about devil worshipping and gay bashing. And I went, what? And he went, yeah.
The what?
I said, where did they draw that conclusion from? And who was it? And he went, it's my teacher. And she said it's because the lines light up your Lucifer, spark up your Lucifer and light your fag. She said he was talking about getting the devil to hurt gay people. And I was like, no, that's so wrong.
No.
Sit down.
No.
We are spending 20 minutes discussing this.
Yeah. Over-reading the words there somewhat.
Yes. And completely ignorant of history.
Oh, Jesus. Julian, good night, mate. Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Always a pleasure to see you. Oh, that's terrible, that.
Yeah.
You know?
I even said to him, tell your teacher when you go in tomorrow, if she wants to learn about history, tell her to come see me. And I'll teach her.
Yeah. You want to know about the First World War? Sit yourself down.
Yes.
James, well, I'm good. Glad to be a helpmate. No problem. That's what we're here to do. So, inform, educate, and entertain, as the BBC would say. Right. Mainly entertain.
Right. I did say, did you guess before the second clue or after? Because Ben's was the first one I saw afterwards. If you said it before, then that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And you also need to have included the scale.
Yes. Absolutely.
I can't find that far back, I don't think.
No, I'm trying to look at myself. Yeah. Goodness me, there's a lot of comments.
You've done well tonight.
Oh, there's the clue. Right, there's the clue. Let's see. Is there anything before that, June? Right. No, I can't see it.
What time was the clue, Gary? 9 o'clock.
8:57. It came up.
8:57. Okay.
Nick gladly writes in capital letters. So it's a lot easier to see.
Yeah. If he did it very early on.
Yeah.
You got Aurora Hiller Hornet from Chris. That's at 2051.
This is what I love about having a moderator on my side.
We've also got Hiller X18 170 Aurora from Chris. I'm going to have to go back to all your guesses now, aren't I, Chris? Which is fine.
I think ultimately, Mikey, I think Nick is the judge on this.
Yeah.
Whatever's Nick is happy with.
We've got Aurora Hiller X12.
So
hang on. What was that then? Why did that jump? Aurora Hiller X12. Chris Hiller VZ Pawnee. Chris 2034 Ab Hiller YH32 148. Wow. No wonder I didn't spot it. It's half an hour before the clue.
That'd be it.
Yeah, you're quite right, Chris. I do apologize.
Wow.
Nick threw me off the winner.
Wow.
So technically, Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. It's up to Nick what he does now, isn't it?
It is up to Nick. I mean, he might, but he did say it was a draw. To be fair,
Yeah,
he did say it was a draw,
and he did say after. He did say that it was 2 after. So I'm wondering if he's seen both.
Yeah,
I thought that they're both after the clue.
Nick, let us know what you're going to do, mate. Let us know.
Yeah. Andy Wilson says, "I like the Chamon, a box with a gun at the front."
Yeah. An angry box. All right, okay. Yeah, tri-modes from the Junkers 52 would be cool to get them back in as well.
I did indeed.
Fits World War One, Rob. Your man's got it. Your man's got it.
The ones I want to get now are the Saint Chamot early and the Saint Chamot late, because there's a difference in the early odd Mark 1 had round cupolas on top,
okay,
and it had a flat roof. The middle one, after that they realised putting a flat roof on a big tank where Germans are trying to throw grenades on top isn't a good idea.
Probably not, yeah.
So for essentially the Mark II version, they angled the roof and removed the cupolas.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the late one, they put like a square cupola in so that the driver could look up, the commander could look up,
okay,
without risking getting shot too much.
Excellent.
Yeah, there we go. A little bit of useless history.
Yes, that would be useful. That would be useful, vacate. But I'm sure they will eventually. I mean, I think they've gone down so well. It wouldn't surprise me if they extend the range to all sorts of things. As you say, they're going to do fantasy next. There's absolutely no reason why they won't do armor in the future.
They might announce it at Telford.
You never know. You never know. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness me. P1127s for a prototype before the Harrier. Just released recently as a vintage classic kit. I got one the other day. Mated with a Harrier wing. Oh goodness, that's getting a bit niche, mate. Honestly, specific aircraft at Yeovilton. Excellent. Richard, thank you very much. Yes, I hope you do see you on the next one. Next one will be 15th of October, Tuesday the 15th will be the third Tuesday of the month. So that's when the next one will come along. Goodness only knows what Nick will be sending us then.
That's make sure you remind me on the day.
I will. I'll remind you on the day before.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Crew figures, yes, some of the vintage classics. Well, they're basic, yeah. Oh dear, the 1958 tooling of the Tiger Moth. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. But to be honest, Scott, they're probably not that much worse than some of the ones they produce now, to be honest. I famously got a Harrier a little while ago, and the pilot's got a leather flying helmet and a sheepskin coat on for being the Harrier GR9. Yeah. Oh, you got your Shannon kit. Okay. I've got to make my Shannon lifeboat kit. It's crazy. I haven't been making that.
Yeah, I'm going to get one at some point. I think on the Friends Mars Heroes Discord, they're doing it as a group build after Christmas.
Oh, right. Oh, cool.
So it might be worth keeping it till then.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll check that out. Oh, hobby time. Hello, dude. Yeah, you got membership. Yay. Excellent. Guy with one of the best avatars there is, the ejection seat triangle. Yeah, the Halo Alouette 3 was a lovely kit, actually. I do remember. There you go, Andrew. Exactly. It's not just the military or blue light members. It's everyone. Everyone can have a hard time. Everyone has stresses in their lives. Everyone has moments where you really need just to concentrate on something else, divert into something else, and do something that you're proud of. Do something that you're happy about. Everyone needs that, no matter who they are. Modeling is just so good for that. It's just such a great hobby to have. Good for you, Andrew.
This one's a bit of an emotional.
Yeah, Paul, absolutely. But they're around now, mate. So anytime at all, you just get in touch. You just get in touch. There's so many people who are there to help. A very large number of the volunteers have actually gone through training as well, mental health sort of
in order to be a volunteer, they have to have done mental health first aid training as well to run sessions.
There you go. So the volunteers, A, they know what they're talking about, and B, they know how to help. They know how to listen and how to help. So if I'm so glad it sounds like you're at peace with everything yourself. But if you ever need some help, get in touch with M4H. Please get in touch with them.
You can, if you go and see your GP, Paul, you can get referred to them.
There you go. Brilliant.
And they'll put your referral through, and they'll ring you up, ask you what sort of models you're interested in, and they'll sort you out a big care package.
Yeah. Superb. Yeah, Andy, there you go. It's such a, traumatic events can hit absolutely anyone, as you rightly say, and it's there as a help. It's there as a diversion. It's there to give you something else to think about, even for 10 minutes, even for just a break, to give you 10 minutes away where you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to concentrate on anything else. It's such a relief. And I know you've built a lot of stuff, Andy, especially big tanks. Like big tanks, Russian tanks, KV2s and stuff like that. Cool stuff.
I've got a 1/16th. I think it's Russian T-32 or something.
1/16th?
Yeah.
Dear God,
it's supposed to be a radio control one, but I need to get the motors and that for it.
We're telling you, going to be riding on it next.
Yeah, send the kids to the shop on it.
Yeah, Rob, Paul, hope you're doing okay. Yeah, I see Paul quite a lot on Facebook, and I know he's doing pretty well. But Paul, as I say, mate, anytime you know where we all are, and you know where M4H is. Damien, oh mate, you missed it. The Conundrum. It was the Hiller Hornet, powered by tip jets on the rotors. There's no engines, there's no torque control, a teeny tiny little thing. That was it. Mate, it's almost 20 past.
It is.
Oh, F15E 177 by Ravel is a really nice kit. I built that a couple of years ago. Absolutely.
We'll blast through.
Yeah. Quite so, Andy. Quite so, mate. Paul sums it up nicely. Night, guys. Absolutely. It is time for us to wend our little ways back to our loved ones and eventually to our respective beds, because it is quite late now. Thank you so very much. There's 70 people still hanging around, for goodness sake.
We need a response from Nick as well.
Yes, Nick. So if you're not around, send me an email. Tell me what you think, and we'll sort it out. I've got Chris's email anyway. If not, I can shout him out on Monday Matters and get him to get in touch.
Yeah.
Adjudicate on it, please, Nick.
Yeah.
Thank you all so very much for joining in today. It's been a hoot as ever. Made all the better by extra added Mikey. Everybody, thank you, Mikey, so very much for stepping up to do this, mate. Really do appreciate it. It's great fun. I hope you can continue doing this from time to time. When you're not doing anything else. All these millions of models you're going to make. But brilliant. Thank you so much, mate. And thank you everyone for all your comments, all your guesses. Thanks to Nick, as usual, for your little conundrum. You're going to have to come up with something really tough for the next one. And I'll see you all on Monday Matters. And there's another video tomorrow coming out, which is the end of the B26 build with the figures and all that. There's another box opening on Sunday coming out. Those of you who are members, of course, Saturday there'll be the members special video, supporter special, and Monday Matters on Monday, of course, start of another week. Thank you all. Have a brilliant weekend. Thanks very much, Mikey. And we'll see you all very soon, I hope. Take very good care, and goodbye.
Bye, all.